Down on the ground, and all of you get into a fabulous, relaxing position. We're gonna go on a pink carpet ride. So put yourself into a position that feels like you're in a receiving position. So that could be just with your hands open, leaning into your chair, allowing yourself to just feel supported. Keeping your arms open, uncrossing your legs if your legs are crossed so that you can be nice, firmly on the ground. You want to feel your self-love tree. We so often don't allow ourselves to feel supported. And I promise you, if you're sitting on a chair or laying on the ground, you're going to be just fine. So closing your eyes, go ahead and put your hand on your heart. And take a few breaths in here with yourself, allowing everything and everyone around you to just disappear into the walls, into the wallpaper, so you're just coming back to yourself. Almost as if you're calling all the parts and pieces of yourself back for dinner. And you're just here right now with you. And you notice your hand on your heart as your heart rises and falls, that your chest moves with your heart. And this is a way that you can always connect to yourself. Right here with that heartbeat that you became born with, that will stop when you leave. We're going to take a journey, an adventure together here. So I invite you to imagine a happy place. In fact, I invite you to do more than just imagine. I invite you to take yourself to some place in this world, or some place in any world, in which you just feel happy. If you could make up your imaginary happy place, or if you have a happy place on this planet, one that you feel safe and loved and secure, just bring yourself there, almost as if you can teletransport yourself. And as you land in this space and place, just kind of look around, notice your feet landing on the ground. And look around the landscape, see what you notice. Notice what's around you. Notice what you can smell, what you can feel, if it's hot or cold. Colors that you notice, the sounds that you hear. And as you stand here, you feel good. You feel really good. Like you feel like, I really know who I am. I'm really happy to be here. And you notice as you're having this moment with yourself that there's a little hand tugging to your right. And you look down and you see a face smiling up at you who's so happy to see you. And you notice that the face is actually your face, but it's a little face of you. You when you were younger. And it's that inner little boy or inner little girl that you connected with earlier. They're just like, oh my God, I'm so happy you're here. So excited to play with you today. And you go ahead and close your right hand and just hold that hand in yours. And you notice then on your left, on your shoulder, a hand comes down, places it on your shoulder, and it feels sturdy. And you look up, and you notice that your inner wisdom is here with you. Your inner wisdom who knows exactly your soul's path, who knows your destiny map, knows how to lead you in the direction of love. And you nod your head, and you thank your inner wisdom for being here. And the three of you walk forward, your inner wisdom, your inner child, and yourself, because you see a grove of trees out in the distance. And you are curious about these trees because they're alive. And as you walk and you see these trees, you get closer and closer. There's one specific tree that really is like calling out to you. It's almost as if you can hear your name being called by the tree. And so you walk, you run to this tree. And in the middle of the tree, you see a heart that's carved in the bark. And you reach your hand out. Go ahead and reach your hand out. And you touch that heart. And you feel the pulse of that tree. And you take your hand back and put it on your heart. And you notice that that heart has your name carved in it. This is your self-love tree. And it's been waiting for you to come back and love it and feed it and nourish it. And so you take a step back to look at this tree and you notice it has 10 branches. Some super blooming, some neglected, some maybe even almost falling off. But it's absolutely ready for you to receive its love and you its. So let's take a look at each branch. And I'm going to have you touch each one of the branches on your self-love tree and ask your inner wisdom and ask your inner child to tell you which of the branches you get to grow this year. Which is most calling out for you. So go ahead and touch the branch of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance, when this branch is weak, you compare yourself. You are not very nice to your body. You're not very nice to yourself. But when this branch is strong, you adore yourself. You have a tremendous amount of affection and adoration. You appreciate yourself and you acknowledge yourself. And then moving over to the branch of self-awareness and self-honesty. When this branch is strong, you know who you are and you know who you're not. And you're honest with yourself even when it's hard. When this branch is weak, you're trying to be something that you're not. Trying to fit in, living by the shoulds, trying to be somebody else, hiding. And you're not being honest with yourself. And then moving your hand over the branch of self-care. Oh, this is a good branch. This branch, when it's strong, you give yourself what you need physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, first. You are filled up. And you don't feel guilt about it or shame about it. You are just filled up and you are healthy and you are vibrant. You feel supported and taken care of. And when this branch is weak, you get exhausted. Your body starts to fall apart. You get crabby and cranky, and you don't feel supported. And then moving over to the branch of self-compassion and self-forgiveness, placing your hand on that branch and feeling that this branch is strong when you are kind and gentle and loving to yourself, when your thoughts are compassionate instead of critical. When this branch is strong, you have forgiven yourself for the ways in which you haven't always been there for yourself. And when this branch is weak, you are hard on yourself, you pressure yourself, and you hold yourself in harsh judgment. And then moving over to the 3 E's, I like to call them: self-empowerment, self-expression, and self-esteem. Self-empowerment, when this branch is strong, you just go for your dreams no matter what. You are the king or queen of your life. You are the monarch of your dreams, and you do it. You don't care what anyone else says because this is your life. You are empowered to live by your soul. You are free. Self-esteem, confidence. You believe in yourself. You believe you can do and be and have anything. And you value your gifts. You see who you are and you're like, oh, that's just the best gift ever. And I want to give it to the world, and I can. I value myself. Even if someone else doesn't value this, I value myself. And I believe I can do and be and have anything. And then self-expression. You are freely and fully being who you are. No holding back, no apology, no settling, no being small. No being worried about if you fit in or you don't fit in or if you're perfect or whatever. You're just you, full out, here I am world. Take me or leave me. Those are some good branches. And then moving over to our last 3 branches. The branch of self-trust. When this branch is strong, you listen to your inner wisdom. And not only do you listen to it, you act on it. Even when it's crazy, it's unconventional, you trust yourself more than anything else in this world, and you follow that intuition. And then self-respect and self-honor. Lady, gentleman, you see yourself as the sacred being that you are, and you only put yourself into situations and relationships that reflect that sacredness. And if it doesn't, you have no problem walking away, leaving, or making a statement of what you need to be different, because you respect and honor yourself that much. And then let's touch this last branch of self-pleasure. It's a J-O-Y branch, baby. This is about you and your soul being nourished with joy. No more overworking, no more overgiving. Actually giving to yourself the things that just fill you up, the little things. Living a sensual life. Experiencing it. And then touching the ground of self-worth. Those roots where you value yourself based on your internal heart and soul system, instead of any educational, corporate, whatever system, media, blah, blah. You know who you are and you value yourself based on your soul. So allow your branch to show you, which one is it for you this year? Is it self-awareness and self-honesty? Self-acceptance? Self-care? Self-compassion and forgiveness? Self-esteem, self-empowerment, self-expression, self-trust, self-respect and honor, self-pleasure, or self-worth. And just choose one. Let it choose you, and know that all the other branches are coming too, because you get to grow every single branch this year. But let's know which one is the biggest one that needs your love. And if you don't get one clearly, just choose one. And step back from the tree, and holding the hand of your inner child, and feeling your inner wisdom, I want you to imagine a time recently in your life in which you did not give yourself love this way, in which you didn't care for yourself, or you weren't honest with yourself, or you didn't trust yourself. Whatever your branch is, remember a time recently in which you didn't actually choose love in this way. And ask your inner wisdom to tell you, what could you have said to yourself in the moment that would have given you permission to choose the loving act? What do you need to be able to say to yourself? And just go ahead and put your hand on your heart and feel that best friend inside of you. What, honey, love, what do you just need to hear from yourself? And stand here looking at this tree with yourself and with your inner wisdom and inner child and say, I promise, whatever that is, I will be here for myself. What is that one promise I promise to make to myself? And then taking a deep breath in, feeling your body become the self-love tree, feeling your hand on your heart being in that center of the tree with the heart and your name on it, feeling your belly being that source of creativity, the leaves and the branches being the divine coming down, your legs becoming the trunk so rooted in this beautiful earth, and your heart ready to receive the love that is your divine birthright. And you can always come back to this tree whenever you want, because this tree is inside of you. And then just wiggling your toes and opening your eyes. I invite you to go ahead and write down your branch of self-love. You can draw the tree if you want to. Write your heart with your name on it, draw the tree. And also write down your self-love promise. And as you write down your self-love promise, you can just use the words, I promise, I vow, and make the promise in the present tense. So it's not, I promise that I might, I promise that someday I will, It's I promise that in the present tense. And keep your promises positive instead of, I promise that I won't, I promise that I will. I promise that I will not, no, I promise that I will. So keep the no's and the nots out of it because your brain doesn't recognize no's and nots. And we'll give you a couple minutes to do that.